We can't do the show
This is
yet.
Friday Night Party Line, episode 147 for April 5th, 2019. Tonight on the show, we've got Scojo. Hey, Scojo.
Hey, man, I'm always surprised when you say my name first. Even though you've been consistently doing
about it once, and now you've got it.
Always like, oh, we can do somebody else first. Come up with something witty. Oh, well.
We've got George. Hey, George.
Long time no talk.
Podcast. Either one is accurate. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. I've been crazy busy this whole winter.
If by crazy busy, you mean skiing, right?
I mean, yeah.
Skiing is fun.
I skied a lot, and then I conventioned and went to the frozen north, and it was good.
The frozen north? What do you mean the frozen north? You mean Canada?
I mean Albany.
Okay.
He's not talking about Toronto. He's talking about Albany.
I don't want to go to Toronto. The people there don't have faces. They only have cigarette ads. I will never forget that video for as long as I fucking live. And we got Churba. Hey, Churbs.
I promise it is completely accidental that Victor and I are both wearing red.
Hey, look at that. Huh.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, look at that. How you doing, Churbs?
I'm good. I was flicking through my fucking pocket ref the other day, and I found it has a full table for the composition of the human body, and I'm just like, great, let's do some alchemy.
Oh, dear.
Hey, careful with that. You know,
hey, Darcy,
you try to go
over here.
Something like that will cost you an arm and a leg.
Oh, there was a guy at Zenkai Con who was cosplaying as that dad, and he had his little girl dressed up like the girl with a stuffed dog.
What a champ.
And he
Nice.
was just like, I couldn't think of any other cosplays I could do with my girl.
No.
It's just like, you are a bad man. I'm like, yes, he is.
Oh.
So we got some good topics tonight. I'm happy with them anyhow.
Yes, like cosplay dogs.
Yeah. Horrible abominations. Yeah. Oh yes, well that too.
No, there's nothing wrong with the cosplaying dog. It's paying.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean,
cosplay
nothing at all.
Corgis
Nothing
dressed up in
tra-la-la.
cosplay is hilarious and awesome. However,
Mm-hmm.
a very small convention that has maybe 5,000 attendees paying for one to fly from Arizona is ridiculous.
I would like to note they're pretty cheap comparative to other guests for the draw that they get.
I don't know what we paid them, but I still think it's too much. We can get
Hey,
other
if you wanna-
dogs. If people just want to play with dogs.
If you want to stuff me in a pet carrier, just like throw in a book and fly me out to Zenkai Con, I will do stuff. Including possibly chasing a ball around in a circle of people. I mean, I'm not fussed.
Isn't that hacky sack?
Yeah. Shit, I used to play a lot of hacky sack in
Scott
high
Johnson. So new thing for panel submissions next year. Have a thing that says, does your panel need any special setup? And moving chairs, rearranging the room, etc. If anyone puts anything in this spot, we do not accept their panel.
Wait, you mean because I do the scheduling, but I don't have to move the chairs? Obviously, I need to pick it every single time.
Yeah, right?
Multiple
Surely that
different
must
changes.
be interesting and engaging new
I
content.
shall murder you in your sleep, and I always share a hotel room with you.
Man,
So be careful.
nobody's sharing a hotel room with me at PAX this year. I am actually booked way in fucking advance for once, which is a nice
Australia.
change from paying like fucking 3 times as much because I do it 2 weeks before.
Nice. That's decadent, having a hotel room all to yourself.
Well, it is
Indeed.
a room in a backpackers, but
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
it's still relatively decadent for me. And also, it is right next to my favorite donut shop and my favorite coffee shop
Oh my
And-
god.
and a breakfast place around the corner that serves breakfast cider.
Is PAX Australia like
wait,
near
hold.
food?
back up a moment. Breakfast cider?
Yes, breakfast cider. It's
What
cider
is,
that you drink
what-
at breakfast. It's
Yeah.
French as fuck.
is it anything other than cider just served between 7 and 10?
No, it's generally a specific kind of cider. Like a very dry, kind of fruity cider.
Sounds good.
And it comes in a bottle that looks like a champagne bottle. And I can't pronounce the label because it's in French. But yeah, it's a joint called Rue Galette. It's really nice. And then there's also a 24-hour rum place next door as well. So
Sounds like you're well
24-hour
catered for.
rum place, specifically rum.
No, ramen.
There's a
Ramen.
bar
Oh,
attached to the
ramen,
backpackers,
ramen.
but it's not 24 hours.
Right, ramen. Got it.
I mean,
Yeah.
these
And
are
people-
Australians.
People are
Oh,
like,
yes, of course.
why do you stay like a 15-minute walk from the convention center? It's like, because I can stay cheap. I'm next to all this shit, and also I'm 15 minutes away from everything.
Man, I
I
think
just need it for my fucking psychological health.
I'm pretty sure when I was doing PAX East, I was like 10-minute walk, and that was like a good hotel.
That one time I came to Kineticon, that was a 10-minute walk.
Yeah, you were in the far hotel with me.
Mm-hmm.
I could also just literally stay in the casino or at a closer backpackers or at a closer Airbnb, but I don't want to. Though there are other people who are like, oh yeah, we're going to get an Airbnb. They rent like an entire Airbnb, but it's like miles away and they have to get the tram every day. I'm like, why would you do this?
Actually, I mean, I didn't when I did Hanadoki-Con a couple of years ago. I didn't. I stayed in the resort that the convention was at because the convention was giving me the hotel room. But I did take the tram every day to go get like breakfast at in downtown San Diego, which was fun. So taking a tram every day sounds pretty fucking nice.
It's pretty all right, but when you can just like grab breakfast and just walk while casually having a coffee and a giant hot dog over to the convention, it kind of pales in comparison.
I think I think Brussels had the best trams. They had trams fucking everywhere.
It really.
They probably also had the best waffles.
They had pretty good waffles.
There is a Belgian waffle place near my gaff for PAX as well, but it's just okay. It's not fantastic. I wouldn't particularly.
I preferred the beer in Belgium to the waffles, but
It really depends when your convention is, because like PAX East, when we would stay in the financial district, which is like 20-30 minute walk, like in March,
it's
not as fun.
fucking cold.
Not as fun.
Boston in March.
I don't really get what you mean.
Doesn't matter what weekend it is, it's freaking cold.
I really don't get what you mean. The weather's the same all year.
Oh
so.
no, you cannot say the weather's the same. You have a smoke season, Victor.
Yeah.
Excuse you. No, not a smoke season. It's a fire season. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not on fire, and you're only suffering from the smoke. So therefore,
We're
you get
generally
smoke.
always on fire.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I believe there's a
I couldn't-
website for this.
I couldn't go visit a friend one day because the fire had jumped the highway.
California is not currently on fire.
Wait,
No?
what?
Wait a minute.
According to whereiscaliforniaonfire.com.
Wow.
No.
I've
put
never
this
seen it not on
californiafire.com.
fire.
What?
Give it a minute. Give it a
I
minute.
just assumed the site was static and just had an adjusting time stamp on it.
Yeah. Maybe
Huh.
it's random.
No. No, it's I've generally I've always seen it on fire until today.
I must admit they have put PAX Australia like a little bit earlier now. It's at the start of October instead of the end. And while you do lose that little extra bit of Halloween spirit, we are still the spookiest packs. And also, it's just a little bit cooler at the start of the month. And I appreciate that because Melbourne is like uncomfortably warm during the day and uncomfortably cold during the night. I'm not used to this amount of temperature change.
Trying to think what's October?
Hang on.
What's October in northern hemisphere?
Yeah, in climate, and like what season is October for Australia?
It would be spring for him. It would be spring.
No,
Spring.
it's the end of winter for us.
We call that spring here.
Spring.
Spring is a separate season. What's wrong with you? It is in spring, though, apparently, because winter ends in August. Why does winter end in August? This is bullshit. I demand a recount. Where's Jill Stein?
When does our winter end? March?
Okay. Look, I love this discussion, but there are topics. Do we care about the topics? Because if we don't, that's fine.
I kind of don't care about the AI ethics board.
Okay, what happened with the AI ethics board? I should look that up.
They apparently appointed a shitlord to it, and people, were offended.
Okay. So just so that the viewers can keep up here, Google today disclosed that it dissolved their external advisory board designed to monitor its use of AI. According to Vox, the decision is largely due to the outcry over the board's inclusion of Heritage Foundation President Kay Coles James, a noted conservative figure who has openly espoused anti-LGBTQ rhetoric and through the Heritage Foundation fought efforts to extend rights to transgender individuals and to combat climate change.
Shitlord.
So it was kind of a shitty bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good work, Google. You fucked it up again.
They tried to be inclusionary, and they're like, "Oh no, that's just bad.
Nope, not great. No."
Why did they pick this guy?
You're probably just like looking. They probably like looked on Wikipedia and they were like, "Who are like people who have an opinion on AI?" And they just like grabbed them and they didn't really look at the background.
Well, shit, how come I didn't get called? I have an opinion on AI. I have lots of opinions on AI.
Yes.
Yeah. Are any of them like relevant to reality? Or are they all based on Terminator?
Hey,
no,
I'm pretty sure almost every ethics panel that talks about AI is probably talking about like some sci-fi bullshit.
Skynet has to come up in the minutes.
Yeah.
Every fucking time, okay?
We're not equipped for this. We need Erica.
It's horrible. Every now and then I'll just be walking. I'll be walking, and all of a sudden in my head, Jun. I'm like, that is my cross to bear. That's what I get stuck with.
See, I'm more just imagining John Connor going wild in like his fucking college years and ending up at an orgy, and then suddenly this bird turns around and goes, "Come with me if you want to live."
I have words about that, but I'm not going to get into it.
Is one of them hot?
No. I'm not a fan of the Terminator franchise, and yet I have this knowledge that I cannot rid myself of, which is horrifying.
Whose fault is that, Mr. 31 Days of fucking Terminator?
Again, do you remember how that started?
Yes. You still could have said no.
Anyways, I kind of have to wonder why Google didn't just get rid of this one guy instead of dissolving the entire panel.
I imagine it was some sort of there was no out for them to get rid of one person.
Yeah. If you think about it, if they would have just kicked off the one person, then they would have drew all the aggro in the world. Whereas if they just close the whole board down, they don't have to worry about it.
No. I'm sorry. If they kick out the shittiest guy, then the only people whose aggro they're going to get are the shitty people. And what are they going to fucking do? Boycott Google? Oh, we'll just use Bing or DuckDuckGo. Yeah, good luck, buddy.
It's a PR thing. They just didn't want to deal with it.
Stupid.
Yeah, you got to remember the Heritage Foundation is an extremely powerful think tank, and the person that they would be kicking out is the president of the Heritage Foundation, who provides policy to a certain group of people who control certain parts of the government. So,
they still,
if you're a business, you just want to dodge that as much as you want to.
They still pissed him off, I'm sure.
I'm positive.
But I
well, I mean, in a way, I'm pretty sure they were trying to save face for him. They probably, okay.
Has anyone reached out to this guy for comment?
Yeah, right. Well, here, why don't you do that? You're a journalist.
Yeah, you're the journalist. You reach out to him for comment.
Journalist it up, please.
Yeah, but there's also one key other thing you're forgetting.
We're talking heads. We're talking heads. We don't do journalism. We do spin.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way,
talking heads, but I'm a dickhead. So
by the way, just showing you how educated we are on this topic. Kay Coles James is a woman.
Well,
yeah, okay.
I just
should have looked that up earlier.
She's a dickhead. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying we were like he, assuming that the president was a he.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I assumed the dickhead was a he.
To be honest, I mean, it is probably not the world's most unreasonable assumption to think that the head of a deeply conservative group is going to be a male.
Yeah, basically.
However,
pretty safe
it is not a right thing to do to assume so.
Yeah.
So yes, sorry about that,
we're
Ms.
wrong.
James. If you're listening to this, which you may be, I don't know.
Which you may be. And on that note, you're kind of a shit. So
Shit Lord is ambigendered.
there you go. So yeah, maybe they'll reform their AI ethics board. I do like some of the the principles they've set out at Google regarding AI. These are generally pretty nice. Be socially beneficial, avoid creating or reinforcing unfair bias, be built and tested for safety, be accountable to people, incorporate privacy design principles, uphold high standards of scientific excellence, and be made available for uses that accord within these principles. And they even have stuff like that. What?
Be accountable to people. Fucking Google isn't even accountable to people now. Do you think things are going to change when they're run by robots?
Yeah, really. There are things they said they're not going to use AI for. Technologies that cause or are likely to cause overall harm. Weapons or other technologies whose principal purposes or implementation is to cause or directly facilitate injury to people. Technologies that gather or use information for surveillance, violating internationally accepted norms. Technologies whose purpose contravenes widely accepted principles of international law and human rights.
Are we sure that Google isn't run by AI now?
Oh, you're taking my joke. I was just about to go there. I was going to say, this would be a perfect.
Yeah, no, think about it. Like, so they've created an ethics board to cover up the fact that they're run by machines. And then they had to dissolve it within a week because they made a mistake. It's like, that's convenient.
And then they just forget about recreating the ethics board, and then they can do what they want.
What if
we made an ethics board? We have to get rid of it. That's our failure as definitely humans. Yep.
What if it was actually a plot to replace all of these people on the board, some of whom are in quite high-placed positions, with robots, and they literally dissolved the board before replacing them with android human analogs?
Are you saying there was a management coup within Google to protect people?
Oh no, I'm saying that they dissolved the committee because they've replaced the people. Now they can go back to their jobs.
Okay, we're screwed. Yeah, Google's won. Or,
Do you guys remember that animation
what?
in
Maybe-
the early 2000s?
maybe the
Google's
Heritage
on
Found-
2015.
No,
No.
No.
Oh.
no.
Sorry, you were
Maybe
saying,
the
George, go
Heritage
on?
Foundation will be less shitlordy now.
Yes, but exclusively towards robots.
Hey, that's a step in the right direction.
Actually, yeah, no, fair enough.
It's like as long as they despise humans equally, regardless of their gender.
It's okay. We hate you
Anyway,
all
speaking
equally.
of things that are on computers, what the fuck's this Game Pass one about?
Right.
I found
So,
that
excellent segue as usual, Churba.
That's what
So
I do.
Xbox has had this service called Game Pass for a while. It's basically Netflix for games. Extends to both Xbox games, and if any of those games have Windows versions in the in the Microsoft Store, you can then also install it on your computer. But there's been a rumor that a new form of Game Pass is coming. It's called Game Pass Ultimate, that combines it with an Xbox Live Gold subscription. Right now, you have to get them separately, meaning if you have Xbox Live, you don't necessarily have Game Pass, and if you have Game Pass, you don't necessarily have Xbox Live. But this new Game Pass Ultimate would be essentially combining them and attempting to unify the Xbox and Windows sort of gaming ecosystem. This, I think, is really cool. Especially since a feature that's going to be rolling out to Xbox soon is to act as a mirror link receiver. So you can mirror or send a screen from your computer to your Xbox. So you could play PC games on your Xbox.
And vice versa, I assume.
Oh, you can already do that. You can already play Xbox games on your computer if you have the Xbox Windows app.
I don't know that. Well, no,
Yeah,
I know you can play the
can do the
games. I
Xbox
mean,
stream.
sending a screen from your Xbox to your computer.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, like actually
That's,
running
the
on the
Windows-
hardware, but display across is what I meant.
Yeah, exactly. Scojo, you don't have an Xbox, do you?
No, I don't.
George?
no.
And I know you don't, Churba. So
Well,
that
I've got a
being
360.
Oh wait, yeah. I mean, I have a 360 too, but
said, no, I mean like an Xbox One.
I
but-
had a 360. I gave it to someone on the forum.
Mm,
I remember that.
yeah,
It was not me.
that's the thing apparently, because Nelson gave me his 360.
I literally
At
was
any
just like,
rate.
I have a 360. I don't play it. Does anyone want it? Pay me shipping. And they're like, and someone was like, yo. I'm like, congratulations. Here you go.
Nobody get my
Nice.
360 because my 360 is one of the few remaining launch 360s.
oh no.
I have
And
to
it
get
has
my my 360 connected to the network so that I can get all the save data off of it and like put into the Microsoft, the Xbox Cloud deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still have mine.
I only ever played Forza on mine.
So then that is sort of what I want to talk about. Game Pass Ultimate, if it applies to PC games as well, would you guys get it? George, Forza Horizon is part of it. I think one of the actual Forza Motorsports is on Game Pass as well. And then there's like all the big titles on there as well. There's Mortal Kombat and there's a Call of Duty and all the Tomb Raider stuff. Would you guys get Game Pass?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It depends what's included with it, and also if my computer can run half those games. Because I found out I actually can't run the 2 or 3 latest Forza games.
Oh no.
Mm,
So, well, I can run Forza Horizon 3, but it runs like a fucking dog, so it's not really worth the time struggling through playing it.
No, I suppose.
I'm really surprised because low was pretty low on those games.
Oh yeah, no, it still like stutters and has low frame rate even at low settings for Forza 3. I don't know.
You don't have a bad graphics card, though.
Not terribly, but do you want to know the problem? Low VRAM.
Oh.
It's a powerful
That'll do
graphics
it.
card with a tiny amount of VRAM. It's only got about 2 gigs. So,
Oh, I've got a 2 gig card and it seems to play fine.
no, doesn't work for me, man.
Weird.
Well, it works, but poorly.
Anyways,
Huh.
I think the only game I've opened this year is Forza 7.
Mm.
So I
That's
don't
kind of where I am with
think this
Forza
is-
Horizon.
I don't think this is worth it for me.
Mm. What about you, Scojo?
I mean, I have a Gamer Pass. It's called my Steam account, which has way more games than I'm ever going to play.
Well, yeah, but this way you'd get all the new games, and
I pay $12 to Humble Bundle.
it's effectively, yeah, but this is effectively Netflix for games.
I don't. Microsoft. What does Microsoft even put out that I care about? I don't.
Sea of Thieves, which is an amazing game.
Sea of Thieves is really fun.
Okay, so I now have one game that I'm going to pay.
You can also
Are
get
you-
it on Amazon
you
for
never-
$40 even when it's not on sale. You can get it for like 20 when it's on sale. It's great.
Yeah. Did you never play the Halos?
No, I was never. Dude, Halo. I'm a PC gamer, yo. I'm not gonna play
Halo came out for PC.
And you know what? It was sucky compared to like Counter-Strike and like Quake 2 and all that other. BS.
Actually,
it
I should
wasn't
point out
really that great.
Halo is coming out on PC again
It is.
relatively
No, I know.
soon.
Yeah, but if
Yeah,
it's on
The
Gamer
whole
Pass only,
Halo series
I won't
thus
care.
far.
I
It'll-
will.
it'll dodge me.
I'm probably going to buy it because I played Halo 1 on PC, skipped
yeah.
Halo 2, played Halo 3 on 360 because my fucking 360 came with it. And then I played ODST and Reach.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm missing like a bunch of the other games that are in that pack. And also the Reach and ODST had Horde mode, and I am a sucker for a good Horde mode.
Yeah. And then Halo 5, which I just started. So
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, I barely get a chance to play like shooters anyway, and
Yeah.
so usually I want to
I-
play something with a plot that I can play through and like finish, and not have to be like, oh yay, I'm playing
Welcome-
against people who have no life, and I.
well, welcome to
only play for an hour.
Halo. You don't have to play with other people when you play Halo.
I understand, but I have like 38 other first-person shooters that I could play instead of Halo, where it has some generic dude running around in some sci-fi world.
I
Yeah,
just
you can
have
play
no
Destiny
time.
instead.
Yeah, I can play. And I already own. The thing is, I already own Destiny 2, and I don't even. I got that for free from Humble Bundle monthly. Like, dude, I'm getting Assassin's Creed Origin in the next month.
Yeah, me too. Even though I already own that game.
I guess you got to
Tomb
give it to
Raiders-
somebody.
Is
the
it
Tomb
on?
Raiders are on Game
Have
Pass.
you looked, Scojo? Is it on Steam or is it Uplay only?
I have no idea. I'd have to take a look. I only just randomly. So I didn't even look at my games that I got this month.
Yeah, what
I'm gonna
about
look now
Origin?
because
I
I
mean,
wanna know.
Origin has something like this too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually subscribed to that, and I got my $30 worth the year that I played every Need for Speed game that I cared about that I hadn't played yet, and that was about it. Because that's the thing, every game they have that I care about that isn't on the service is like a modern game. Like I wanted to play Anthem. I don't want to buy Anthem because it turns out Anthem's trash, but I'll play it for free.
Yeah.
Well, not for
Like,
free.
I
I'll
would
play it
never
for a
buy
fraction of
Mortal
$30
Kombat.
a year.
Yeah. Like, I would never buy Mortal Kombat, but I would play it if I had it.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. I'm not good with.
Yeah, I hate.
Fighting
I'm not
games.
Street Fighter. I've always been a Street Fighter person over a Mortal Kombat person.
Well, guess. Well, they have Marvel. They have Marvel versus Capcom.
Yeah, they have that on
They have
Steam
that-
too.
Yeah. Well, they got it on Game Pass too.
And when I buy it, it'll be like $5 or $10. So it'll be the
Bad
cost
news.
of like 1 month of the pass.
Bad news, Scojo. It's a Uplay key for the latest Humble Monthly.
Well, that's
Dun dun dun.
well. I mean, I do have those. I was just playing Mass Effect Andromeda, which I have to play on. Which one is that? That's EA's Origin. Yeah. Every once in a while, like once a year, I remember the other services and like look at the games and go like, oh man, I should play one of these. One of these series that I really loved, and then they took it off Steam, and then I kind of forgot about it.
Andromeda was a good Mass Effect game, and it was just a good game in general, and it got a bad fucking deal.
I know. I was enjoying I haven't finished it. I kind of got distracted by other stuff, but it was. I actually was really enjoying it.
Yeah. If I'm not going to pick up a game at launch, which I rarely do, like Animal Crossing would be a game that I would, but if I'm not going to pick up a game at launch, I don't care if there are bugs and crap at launch, because there's always going to be bugs and crap at launch. Yeah. I'll happily wait until they patch it out and then play it then.
That's how I've enjoyed every Fallout game. I wait until like the game of the year with everything, and I read the reviews and they're like, "Oh, it was so buggy, blah blah blah." And I'm like, the reviews from like 2 years ago, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? Everything works now. Like, why not just wait?"
See, I already have Epic Launcher installed because, like, I occasionally pick up the free games and I needed it for the satisfactory fucking alpha and beta. And it's perfectly acceptable, and I don't know what everyone's freaking out about. Like, oh no, I have to launch my games through a different EXE. Fucking harden up, you babies.
I think it's more. It's not like I just complain casually because like I do forget about, like, for example, I forget about the Ubisoft one like all the time, like Origins. Yeah. I forget that actually exists, and I own games in there that I could be playing, but I actually forget that launcher even it exists. So, yeah. So like the more launchers there are, the more likely if I buy something there, I might just like forget about it.
It's like social media platforms. I only have room in my brain for 2.
Yeah.
I have
I have Facebook and I have Discord now. The forum has fallen off. Sorry.
I have a whole gang of fucking games on the fucking Twitch desktop client.
Mm-hmm.
And like 90% of them, it's like, oh yeah, I do own a copy of Hotline Miami. Oh yeah, I do own a copy of fucking Guild of Dungeoneering.
Yeah.
There are games that I owned like 3 times because I forgot I had them on 2 other services. Like, I'm pretty sure I have Battle Chef Brigade on fucking 3 different platforms.
But I mean, the one thing I have to say, like, maybe I'm not the right audience for the Microsoft plan, but I do like when companies want to make it so that you can play their game on all their platforms instead of making you buy it like 15 times. That is cool. Yeah. And I do like appreciate that. And Microsoft gets a lot of crap, but at least they're trying to innovate.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not, trying to lock down everything like Sony is.
Like when I bought Sea of Thieves, I bought it in a sale on Xbox games that was on Amazon. And I'm like, oh, it's 50% off on Amazon as an Xbox game, but I'll pay full price if I get it for PC. So I just bought the fucking Xbox version, put the code into the Xbox app, and it's like, oh, do you want to download this on PC? I'm like, hell yeah.
Sure.
Now I'm a mad pirate.
Actually,
with a cool
on
code.
that note, on the note of your comments, Scojo, there is a rumor. There is a rumor that the Xbox app is going to be put onto Switch to make it so you can play Xbox games on the Switch through their Project X Cloud streaming service.
I don't believe them.
Let's see.
Oh,
well,
shit.
it's an article by Polygon. So
is this story dated April 1st?
Nope, February 22nd.
The new April Fool.
That is the long play. The April Fool's joke. Well done, Polygon. Well done.
You just reminded me I need to buy a Steam game that was on sale to see if it's still on sale.
What is it?
Oh man, don't make me pronounce it. It's like Celestia or something, or I don't know.
Is
So
it in the British Academy Games Award sale?
maybe.
Oh, Elite Dangerous is in that sale. So buy Elite Dangerous for $15, people. It's banging.
Oh shit.
What are you saying that
Send me a
shit
link
for?
to
You
that.
already fucking own it.
Well, no, but I want to tell all my friends to get it.
Ooh.
I have
Donut County for
only
$12.
played Forza.
Oh, Titanfall's $10 on Switch, which has a 6-player mode, which makes it actually something I might end up buying.
And
One
even
or two? Because one was not great.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Titanfall.
Oh, no, not Titanfall.
What?
Towerfall.
Powerful.
Oh.
Which is awesome, which is like probably the pinnacle of like split screen. Well, not really split screen, but everybody playing on one screen game for me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you should. I think that someone should make a mod for Baba Is You that makes it Babadook Is You, and you are just the Babadook, and it is otherwise unchanged. Oh, We Happy Few is on sale for $20 too much.
I'm
That
interested
is
in that
also on
game,
Game
but
Pass, so I'm not buying that.
Oh, have you heard that they've actually finally remembered what made the Borderlands series originally good?
Witty dialogue and good humor.
4-player
yeah,
local
really-
co-op?
Not
really
being written,
colorful guns.
not being written by Anthony Birch.
Hey.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. All right.
I refuse.
Hey, Churba.
So, bathroom break for us.
Churba, you don't want to talk about the judge talking to Elon
What
Musk?
judge? I'm not aware of anything you are talking about.
Not at all. You don't want to talk about the judge talking to Elon Musk? Not
Did
at
the
all?
judge tell him to fuck off, you pretentious cock?
Basically,
Oh.
in a very judgy way, very judge-like way. You know,
Well, yes.
That's how judges be,
telling-
yo.
there was a judge. So
I
Elon Musk
do
appeared
appreciate
in.
that they felt that they had to tell him that complying with court orders was not optional and not a game.
Yep. I like judge was like, I don't care if you're a small potato or a big fish.
I must
Apparently,
admit,
the
though,
judge needed a lunch break.
I respect his lawyer's fucking bravery for trying to argue that having to comply with an agreement that he signed on for and agreed to follow is therefore the court suppressing his First Amendment right to free speech.
That's pretty ballsy.
That's fucking ballsy as shit. And it failed because it is obviously fucking stupid. But it is
Yeah, it's
very
really
brave that they wanted this not attested to them, attributed to them in the public record. Oh, no, he's just a twat. I mean, he thought he could get away with breaking the law, which is probably the only reason he even agreed to the settlement in the first place. And then now he's finding out that he can't, just in the manner of many Silicon Valley tech bros before him who have fucking gotten in huge trouble with the law.
Yep.
Yeah. Turns out, his fucking learning from first principles bullshit doesn't work with the law.
No, not so much.
Maybe his first principle he should have learned is don't break the fucking law, dickhead.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is basically it.
Yeah. I mean, like, where are we going to go here? He was dumb. This is not news.
All right, let's
Muskie.
on the Biden.
On the
Biden?
Biden.
Biden?
The Biden.
The
Biden.
Sounds like he's biting off more than he can chew.
Ba-dum-bum.
So,
Joe Biden, former vice president, Democratic presidential candidate hopeful.
Former decent guy.
He
Former
hasn't announced.
decent guy? Bullshit. Come on. Of course he's going to run.
He
He's
still
gonna
hasn't
run.
announced.
He's going to soon. He thinks he
I
can-
received a call
and-
from a research group asking me questions sufficient enough to adequately guess that Joe Biden is going to, that they belong to Joe Biden and that they're doing research on his behalf. Okay.
But he
course.
still hasn't announced. Like he might be announcing it soon, but he also might be announcing soon in the same way that Bernie's releasing his taxes soon.
Oh,
Oh.
I would say that's a topical joke, but that's one from 2016 that's just handy to recycle, considering it's happening again.
Yup. At any rate, former Vice President Joe Biden, according to a report from the Washington Post, made 2 jokes about the recent criticisms of his physical behavior towards women. Meaning that Joe gets a little bit touchy-feely without their permission.
So first he comes out and says, "Hey, I didn't mean to make anyone comfortable, but I'm gonna listen to these people," which was, admittedly, probably the best way to handle that.
Yeah.
Right.
And now he's making fun of this, so
Yep.
he's a fuckhead.
I would like to note.
Yeah.
I would just like to come up here for a second as somebody who is a non-serious, serious person who has a lot of trouble being serious when they're trying to be serious. I can completely.
I'm sorry. Do you want to run me through that sentence one more time?
No, the
That's a
problem I
lot
have is
of-
the more serious I try to be with somebody, the more I crack myself up, and then it's hard for me to stay serious on the topic that I'm trying to be serious about. And I feel like
think that's a
Biden has
you
that
problem.
attribute. What?
I think that's a you problem.
No, I think
That
it's
might be.
other people have this
No, I
problem.
think
as well.
Scojo's
It's like
not
Ga-
the only
it's also-
person I know who has that.
No,
But-
it's a gallows. It's kind of like the gallows humor when you're in like a really crappy situation. You want to make a joke to feel better, and so like in his case, he's gonna go. No, I'm just talking about Biden's mindset here, right? I'm not like excusing his behavior because of it, but
If he was new to politics, Scojo, I would totally run with that explanation and say, yeah, you're probably right. But
Victor, have you watched Biden for his whole political career? This is pretty much everything he's done forever. What he's doing right now is nothing out of character with what he's doing. In fact, I'm a little confused why
It
people are like,
doesn't make
"He's a
it
horrible guy."
good.
He's not a horrible guy. He's just really not great at being being politically correct when he's trying to respond to something. I mean, the guy had like 3 failed presidential campaigns where he's gotten like 1 or 2% of the vote, and the reasons for that were pretty clear back then. That it's hard for him to come off as like a super serious person, and he has a hard time like maintaining the composure that you want in a president. Except for, I would like to note that Trump is our president, so anything we say right now is like held to a weird standard where you could say like, well, he's not presidential, but of course our president right now grabs him by the, So, I mean, like,
Well,
look, I am not at all saying that if Joe Biden is made the Democratic candidate for the 2020 election, that everybody shouldn't go vote for him. But
yeah. Here's the problem with Joe Biden is in the wake of
the Me Too movement.
the Me Too movement. So
Right.
At best here, he's a weird, touchy-feely dad. That's the best case.
Uh-huh.
It's absolutely sexual for him. Like let's be honest here. You don't
Nah,
come
you
in
know
and
what? You know what?
you don't sniff
Nah,
a random woman's hair
wait a minute. No,
unless that really gets you excited.
that's not true. There's tons of cultures and stuff where people are very hands-on with people. Like,
But we're not talking about tons of culture. We're talking about America. An American politician. That is fucking weird.
Do you know how handsy? Do you actually? I mean, I know, George, you're involved in politics, but you realize people go to political rallies to touch the president. Like when people go, they want to be in the president. Yo, what other event would it be okay for you to hand your baby to a stranger and have them kiss it?
That is weird.
A christening, probably.
That is a common practice. That is a common practice. Women, mothers are giving their kid to a political candidate who's not even.
Those are fans. Those aren't other people. He's done this to other, candidates for governor. He went up to, kiss this woman on top of her head.
Do you think they have to go through a little run through before this happens? Like they go through a run through before this happens. Like, here's how you hold a baby without dropping it. Support the neck, fucking everything.
I know, right?
Because I know that. Well, not me personally, because I've got nieces and nephews, and I'm reasonably experienced with kids. But I do know that I have friends with political aspirations other than Scott, who they would have no fucking clue how to hold a baby if you just passed them one. They'd just be like under the armpits, like, what is this? Why is it squealing?
Look, I think Biden has managed a miracle of escaping public office without being tarnished by this frankly bizarre behavior.
Can I just point out something to you? Let me just share you this link and look at the head. Oh, wait, damn, I got rid of the chat. And now,
this is nice.
There is literally a video from 2015 compilation of Joe Biden being creepy. It is a well-known fact that Biden has always been creepy. It's just like sudden to me that everybody's like, oh my God, Biden's creepy. Whoa, guys.
No.
He's been giving people massages all the time. He just goes up to people and it's like that people. So it's like when you're at that role-playing game club and there's always some weird person that wants to give you a back massage.
No. I went to Gallifrey 1. I went to Gallifrey 1 and I got onto an elevator. And this woman commented on my really nice suit jacket, and then all of a sudden she starts massaging me from behind. It was really just,
yeah. This is not normal. And look, great, he hasn't molested anyone. Awesome, but this is still fucking weird that we know of yet.
That we know of.
Yeah, this is weird and. It's great that he was, a good public servant for the most part. As far as we know, he hasn't molested anyone, but he's weird, and that is a terrible liability.
Yeah, and here's the sadder thing. Here's the more sad thing. If Trump wasn't president, that might be a career ender.
I don't know. I don't think it would be a career ender. I think Biden would get reelected to the Senate over and over again if he was still in the Senate. Like, there's, nothing there that would do it. But again, I don't think Biden should be running for president either. I'm just saying that.
No.
Biden's fucking creepy. I think we can all agree on that.
He's too old. No more baby boomers in the presidential office, please.
I'm going for. I got my ticket right now. The Harris Buttigieg ticket. I want. But however you pronounce his last name, Buttigieg. Do you know how to pronounce his name?
Who the fuck are you talking about?
You don't know about Pete Buttigieg?
I've been doing this too much.
You don't know he's like rising in all the polls, man. Rising in all the polls right now.
Anyway,
I don't know what the fuck.
Suffice to say that Biden's making jokes about having permission to hug people is probably not, putting this fire out. Probably more of a gasoline move.
Yeah. Sure, Victor, try to pronounce that guy's name in the chat.
Peter Buttigieg. Bugatti.
It's not Buttigieg. It's not
Peter Bugatti.
Bugatti.
Bagagi.
Oh wait, he has a
Bulgogi? Butakai. That's what I'm gonna go with.
it's boot edge.
Really?
Yes, you pronounce it boot edge. That's what he wants.
Oh my god, Wikipedia has it as a pronunciation. There you go. Okay. Sure.
Apparently, Buttigieg is also valid.
I'm just gonna go with Bugatti.
Anyway, point is, I mean, look, I would like Biden to not run.
I'd like him to die.
I would not like Biden to die.
I don't want him to die.
I wish him no ill currently. You know, if more things come up, more unsavory things, maybe death will be wished upon him. But currently not.
I'm not saying I'd wish him ill necessarily, so much as just I wouldn't really care if he died.
Oh no, I wouldn't care if he died either, but I don't explicitly want him to die. So,
wow. Okay, guys.
Yeah, we sound like we just figured out that the FBI might be listening.
One listener right now.
I wish not to violently overthrow the government. Yes.
Yes, that would very much be a thing we wish not to do.
Well, peacefully overthrow the government. Fuck them.
So yeah, one
Damn
of the
foreigners doing anything they want.
There are a lot of B candidates in the Democratic primary right now. There's like Biden, Beto,
No.
Bernie.
No.
And they all are the ones I don't want.
That same research survey I got called up on was like, how would you feel if Alexandria Ocasio Cortez ran for president? I'm like, this year?
Well, I'd be like, that's unconstitutional, yo. I guess you don't read that. She's not old enough.
She's 28, right? She's 28, 29?
Yeah, 28, I believe. But either way, you have to be 35. She's not eligible until 2024.
She's not eligible.
Yeah.
Still, I don't know.
Edge is like 38 or something.
I don't know. When it comes to AOC, I'm not really saying whether I'll support her running for president now or not, because let's face it, the time between now and when she's eligible is a pretty fair amount of time in political terms.
Yep.
I would also like to note that no one is actually looking for the Churba vote because he's not a U.S. citizen.
Yet.
Well, that is true. That's a long time before she's eligible for president.
All right.
I could conceivably become a citizen before she becomes president. We have time.
I don't know. We're pretty slow at processing those things right now.
Yeah, no kidding. Fucking before that too.
I'm pretty sure we fast track people from Australia. Like, in the scheme of countries, we'll probably accept people from quickly. I'm assuming this administration will take people from Australia.
Actually, here's a fun fact. Did you know that Australians are included in the green card lottery?
Yeah. Is that so?
Yeah. Believe me, I've been applying for years.
All right, then, folks. That's the end of our arranged topics. Is there anything you guys want to bring up before we close up the show?
No, I'm pretty sure in that rather wide-ranging show we may have touched on just about everything.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm watching Chilling Adventures of Sabrina right now, which is pretty good.
Is that the one on Netflix?
Yeah, the second season, the second part. They're calling it parts, not seasons. Just came out, but I didn't know that and was currently just starting to watch the first season, which is convenient that the second season's coming out.
There is something on Netflix I want to plug. There's a great Formula One documentary that's on Netflix now. It's pretty fucking great. You should go check it out.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. There is also another documentary you should check out on Netflix called Nobody Speak, which is the story of how Peter Thiel, with his little puppet and poorly stuffed hot dog skin Hulk Hogan, fucking took down Gawker. And the effects on the press that it had going forward.
If you have a link to that on Netflix, go ahead and put it in the chat.
It's on Netflix, so fucking search for it on Netflix.
What's the name again?
Look it up.
Nobody Speak. Somebody actually speak, please. Not just me.
Nobody Speak. Trials of the Free Press.
That's the one, probably.
Boop. There we go. Pop that in the chat.
Hey, there's a new episode of Star Trek Discovery up, so I know what I'm doing after you are all gone.
I haven't watched any of the second season yet. I really want to get on that.
Do you have a VPN?
Released?
I acquire it in a way. So
because there are some VPNs where Netflix doesn't detect them. Like I can't remember. I'm pretty sure NordVPN is one of them, but there are lists of them out there. What are you shaking your fucking head at, Victor?
Just kind
anyway. Yeah, there are some VPNs that Netflix doesn't detect, and here is a secret. You can watch Star Trek Discovery if you use your VPN to tell Netflix you are in Canada, not Canada, if you're in England or Australia. Yes.
Did any of you guys check out Love, Death, and Robots?
I've been watching it slowly. It's some of them are good, some of them are bad. It's got its ups and downs.
Some are good, some are bad. I mean, it's an anthology show, so like.
Yeah. I saw the yogurt one.
The yogurt one was good.
The yogurt was pretty good.
Yeah.
The most unrealistic part of it is that it seemed to imply that there were people who are eating their cereal just like using yogurt instead of milk.
Oh, I know people who do that.
Do that.
Like people do that? Like just a whole ass bowl of yogurt with like fucking bunches. That's
totally.
Weird.
Yeah. Honey bunches of oats.
Oh, it's good.
Yogurt.
It's weird. It's weird.
Good. It's fucking weird.
It is weird. It is weird, but people do it.
It's good. I don't do it on the reg, but when I'm at hotels, I'll go down to the continental breakfast.
It's weird.
And do that shit.
I will not. I will not be shamed for this.
You don't want to be yogurt shamed, breakfast shamed. There you go.
I put kefir on my cereal, which is like halfway between yogurt and milk. It's weird.
What cereal are you putting on?
Well, you do you, George.
Just regular cereal, whatever.
Like whatever. Like I feel like there's certain cereal that work right. Oh, okay.
I like taking a little bit of yogurt and mixing some honey with it. That's always tasty.
Yeah, that's normal.
I eat a lot of kids cereal because I have a kid and a lot of kids. Well, and I did that prior to having a kid.
Oh,
but now I can admit
you have a kid.
Now I can.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Scojo.
Exactly. Man.
Alrighty then. Well, I guess that's it for this week's show. Tune back in on Tuesday for another episode of Victor Plays. I do want to take a little bit of a chance and thank all of our wonderful Patreon supporters. Yes, our Patreon supporters, the people who throw a little bit of money into the hat each month. What for helping keeping this channel a chuchin'. So to that effect, thank you to George. Thanks, George. Thank you to Dexter Calder, Aaron Cerise, Ethan Fryer, the Geek Nights Podcast, Gina Moreno, Jay Bance, Rochelle Mantanona, Schrodinger's Trolley Problem, Zara Gorgian, Non-Vegetable, and Yodel for their generous support. Without your contribution, we could not do the things we do, including the live stuff, which, like every other production that we do, relies on the Adobe Creative Suite, as well as our various other softwares and services that help keep our data safe. So thank you for your generous contributions, and that's it for the show. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Ooh.
Where are the other